Well, it's about time to talk about 5 more run plays that I've been liking in my new up-tempo, no-huddle scheme. Let's talk about them. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome back into JCCFB, where you can see all kinds of college football video game content with me, JC, here today to highlight 5 of my favorite run plays that I've been really utilizing in my new Spot the Ball custom playbook. It's an up-tempo style scheme. You can download it and try it out if you want to. If you want to learn more about it, you can do that via channel membership in the join button down below or on the YouTube channel homepage, and we'd appreciate that. But these plays right here are just, straight regular runs, no read options, no QB runs. We're talking, just handoffs and things like that. A couple little, maybe a little bit of trickeration in the last couple of plays. Maybe save the best for last there. A little bit something fun there with those two. But I think you'll really enjoy these plays. They've been helping me a lot in my no huddle offense. So without further ado, we're about to dive into them and showcase them. But before I do, just a quick reminder, if you just take a second, hit that thumbs up button. That really helps me out a hell of a lot here on the channel. Helps out with that YouTube algorithm. Helps us find more college football video game fans like yourself. And if you're one of those that hasn't yet, hit that subscribe button. Help the channel continue to grow. Get these gameplay tips right into your feed. Get Dynasty series, all of that fun stuff that we're providing here on the channel. Really appreciate you guys. And with no further ado, let's get into the 5 run plays. All right, so let's talk about 5 run plays that I'm really liking in my new Spot the Ball playbook, and I'll tell you where you can find them in some other playbooks as well. We're going to start off in the shotgun wing slot over formation, and we're just going to run a simple inside zone. Inside zone, basic play on the game. Probably my favorite go-to run, inside zone, outside zone. That's what I base this up-tempo, no-huddle scheme on, is inside zone, outside zone, and read options for the run plays. And then, of course, you mix in RPOs and passes with that for your up-tempo system here in Spot the Ball. And I've got details on that and how I like to run it in mini schemes for channel members. Would love for you guys to join, help keep this mic recording, that camera rolling, and get a ton of bonus content, including mini schemes and stuff that will help you win games in your online dynasties. But we're going to start here with inside zone out of shotgun wing slot over. Put the defense on a random play, and let's roll. All right, so pretty simple. This time they've got this thing overloaded to the right. So, your basic read on this thing is you're either going to bounce it, you're going to bend it inside, which is usually the typical running lane there in between, the guard, center, right in there. Or sometimes, if they over pursue, you can cut it back. That's your read on an inside zone, basically. And, if you're somebody that likes to pre-play, check your blocking, you can make sure that that's going there. You see you got a double team, and then the right guard getting up to the second level. You got a double team there on that side, so they got the backside unblocked as it usually is. That's when the read option comes into play as well. But let's run it here on this first one. So we're going to take this one outside. You got a fast running back. That's an easy 6 points right there. So this time they got spread out a little bit. Probably have to take this one inside. Let's see what the lane's looking like. No, it's pretty much right there to bounce it as well. I probably could have took that wide even. But that's why I like this one, because you get the heavy, the wing slot over. The receivers are to the right. You got the, all the strong to the right there with the 2 tight ends. So they have to, account for that. And then you're running back, kind of backside on it. There's one we're trying to get up in there. So I couldn't quite get through there, but that's your typical path. I would love to find one where I could, damn, they came in on that one. And that'll happen. That'll happen. Somebody's playing the run, So there you go. There's your cutback lane. So I've really got to see all 3 of them there. Bouncing it, banging it up inside in the cutback lane on the inside zone. Let's go to the next play. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, that shotgun wing slot over inside zone you can find in a ton of playbooks. Bowling Green's, Central Michigan's, Indiana's, Kansas State's, Marshall, Missouri State, Stanford, Texas A&M, Tulane, UCLA, West Virginia, and Western Michigan. Next up, we're getting into the pistol here, and then the full house strong over formation, which I really like. They got the pistol full house formations, which typically is the quarterback, the running back behind him, and 2 running backs on each side of him, or a running back and a tight end, something like that. This one, you get those 2 extra running backs up in front of the running back on the same side, and it leads to some really good plays. There's some good backside stuff, but what we're going to talk about is the halfback stretch out of this formation. If you got a fast running back, you got a running back with shifty that can really move, change the direction quick. It's a lethal play. And you can find this in the Delaware playbook, the East Carolina playbook, the pistol, and the Washington State playbooks. And basically, you're just reading this as a stretch play. It's just a wide zone stretch play. pushing wide, then sticking your foot in the ground when you see the lane and going. Sometimes you can bounce this thing really wide because you got the extra blockers, and you can get the fast running back loose. It's really just about if they pick up. See, he should have, that 43 should have blocked, 3 there. See, if you get through that first wave, it's a big lane. It's one of my favorite run plays on the game, to be quite honest. And then especially after you hit it a couple times, because then you can audible into one of the backside, like, read options that I have, which is why, my up-tempo scheme, the way I built it, is, to have plays that build off of one another, and, not a ton of motion, so you can quick snap and get stuff off in this spot the ball playbook. See, there you go. See, they overloaded that side. That time, sometimes you got to hit a cutback on it even. Now, there you go. Be patient right there. Wait on the blockers and get out on it. See, you got a lot of blockers there. You just kind of sometimes got to be patient on it, and you just basically read it. Am I going to be able to get outside? No. Okay, let me be patient behind these blockers. Or initially, if you get it, maybe there's a cutback lane like we had on that one. But that's halfback stretch out of pistol, full house, strong over. Next, we're getting into shotgun U-off trips a week, and we're running a fake jet sweep toss play. Love to use this in short yardage, sometimes in the red zone. People are they have to defend that jet motion because it's going to the wide side of the field with, essentially no one else over there. They think if you get outside, get outside with, that could be an easy touchdown for you. So they got to cover that, and if they're in man coverage and there's a guy following that jet sweep motion, it really opens up that toss for you. And usually, even if the defensive end rushes upfield, he comes at the quarterback, and then you're able to get that toss around him and get outside. So let's see what we got here on the halfback toss fake jet, what you can find in the Kansas playbook, the Troy playbook, the VT playbook, and of course my spot the ball custom. All right, so your slot man comes in motion. Ideally, you want the defense to be in man coverage here so he follows him, because if not, sometimes they're sitting on that toss, and you kind of got to stick your foot in the ground and try and just get upfield. Let's see what happens here on this one. See, no follow, but we did get the block picked up by our tight end coming around there as that surfer block. Let's watch it again here. There we go. Now we got somebody in motion. Might have a better result here. Nope, because 65 missed the block. You see him. I think that's Kyle Lewis came screaming in on us, man. They missed him again. He's tough to block. They're lined in zone this time. But see, we got it. We got outside on it because that good block there. That's a first down run. And like I said, it's not really something to break big ones. I mean, I guess you can occasionally, but for me, I like it in short yardage, man, because they got to watch that jet sweep motion. If I need 2-3 yards, if I'm in the red zone, it's a good play to try and catch somebody off guard. But also, you'll have that. They're in zone coverage, nobody follows that jet sweep motion, man. It can get blown up. And see, if they get outside on you, that's what I'm talking about there. Like that time they did follow him, but the backer played it outside. So stick your foot in the ground and just try and get you what you can going straight up. A couple really fun ones I have here to wrap this thing up at 4 or 5. There we go. Got your fast running back, get that corner. Move those chains. All right, next up, these two are really fun, man. I like both of these plays. A little bit of trickeration involved, and I think you're going to like it. All right, we're getting back into that shotgun wing slide over formation that we were in for that inside zone to begin this video, and we're going to run a DIY reverse. There's a ton of these on the game. For the most part, I hadn't really liked them a lot, but this one I do like because I like running out of the shotgun wing slide over formation. I like a lot of wing formations and trips formations in this spot the ball playbook, and I like this DIY reverse because if you were someone that hits a lot of QB runs, this looks like QB run to start it out. You got everything to that strong side, and you can hand it off to a receiver going the other way. And there's a lot of different ways you can execute this handoff, which is kind of what I want to show with this DIY reverse play. This is in the Marshall playbook and the West Virginia playbooks. Okay, so basically you're running like a QB zone, and the receiver's coming in motion this way, and you can hit L1 and hand it to him. But you can also like run it differently. You don't necessarily have to go that way. Like the play's going to take you like this. And so you can hand it to him. See the behind the back handoff? That's why I like if you kind of get in front of the guy, gives it that. But you can also just like stand here and then hand it to him. And I like to, sometimes I think it works better that way, even more so than going in motion. You see a nice little gain on it there. And you, of course, have the option to not hand it to him if you don't want to either. Like sometimes you can try and just be like, nah, I'm just going to take a QB zone here and, try and get what you can. but it's there if you want it, and that's why it's called the DIY reverse. It's your option to hand it or not. And I like that, you know, you can play away with different ways to try and run this thing. Like sometimes you can even like, I'll sit here, wait a beat, and like, okay, let's go this way. I didn't get the handoff off. See, that'd have been perfect though if I could have got it off. But sometimes if you can get in front of this guy, so I need to step up further. Hold on, let me try it again. And you hand like a behind the back handoff. It's pretty sweet. There's some behind the back handoff motions with this play. I see sometimes you can go that way and cut back and try and even almost turn it into an option. It's a lot of fun things you can do if you just toy around with it and see what you like to do with it. Here with this DIY reverse, and you can catch people off guard with this pretty well. Especially, like I said, if you're running a lot of QB powers, a lot of QB sweeps, and you're going there's a behind the back motion. I was trying to get one of those. There we go. And then catch them off guard and hit a reverse going back the other way. It's pretty fun. Pretty fun play to mess around with there. The DIY reverse. And last, but certainly not least, I've saved one of my favorites here for the fifth play and the final play we're going to highlight here in this video. And for this one, we're getting in the shotgun wing trips, and we're going to run double motion power G. Now, the reason I like this is a lot of people run, you know, that direct snap out of Y off trips or that whatever other formation that it's in. And so I'm like, I always like to try and be different, try and find my own variation of things. You know, a lot of people were running jet sweep last year, so I tried to use that jet sweep motion to my advantage with a lot of counters and stuff. So this is my substitution for the direct snap, and I like it better because essentially you're still getting a direct snap to your running back, and he's almost running, you know, like to the outside. It's almost like a sweep. I know it's technically a Q power, as you see the power G there with the guard pulling out to the outside, but it really works well, especially because you're running wing trips already, and you got receivers out there blocking, and if you got a fast running back, you can get outside on this thing. It's probably one of my top 3 run plays on the game. All right, so the double motion is the halfback essentially shifting into the quarterback spot, takes the snap, and you're just running power to the right. It's rare you get a tackled for a loss on this play, though. I'll tell you, there goes Jaheim White taking off that 360. Here's a good one right here. See, get outside on it. I ran into my blocker. Still picked up big yardage, but it should have been a touchdown. So there you go, get outside. Big run there. Oh, and in case I forgot to tell you guys, you can find this in the New Mexico playbook and in the Penn State playbook. Let's go. Get outside there, Jaheim. Get that block right there. Oh, man, I thought he was going to house that one. That's pretty good, though. You can see the fun you can have with this play, and especially it catches people off guard a lot when you hit that motion and then running outside with it. It works, man. It works a lot. I'm a big fan of the double motion power G. Big fan of all 5 of these plays. Hope you put them into your custom playbooks, or if you want to try mine out, download it. Spot the Ball is the most recent one, the up-tempo no-huddle system. We also have motion PWR option that we developed earlier in the season. If you want to learn more about both of those, all the plays inside, mini schemes, all that fun stuff, hit the join button down below. We'd love to have you as a JCCFB sicko there. That's what we call our channel members, and we have a lot of fun doing a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff and a lot of bonus content on the college football video game and even on real-life college football. But appreciate you guys. So there you have it. 5 run plays I've been utilizing a lot in my new scheme that I just started about a month or so ago and really have been having a lot of fun with here on the channel. So with that being said, man, I'd love to hear some of your all's thoughts, whether it's on the plays you saw in this video or some run plays that you've really been liking, because, you know, I'm always open to taking some suggestions on a play that I should throw into my custom playbook and try out. You know, that's always fun, is sharing ideas with that, and that's what I like to do, is talk college football with you guys. So I appreciate you guys being here doing that, tuning into the video, and all that fun stuff, and I hope to see you guys back on the next one.